We had another great question come in. The viewer wants a full breakdown on reusing soil, how to build it back up, how to maintain it, when not to reuse it, and what to do with all those old roots left behind. That's a big topic, and honestly, a really important one. Let's get into it. The short answer is yes, you can absolutely reuse soil, but there's a right way to do it, and there's a wrong way that'll cost you plants. Here's where most people start. You pull a plant out, the roots are all tangled through the mix, and you're staring at this clump wondering what to do. First thing, break it apart. Get in there with your hands, loosen it up, pull out what big root chunks you can, but don't stress over getting every last hair root. Those smaller roots will break down. In fact, they feed your soil biology as they decompose. That's not a problem. That's actually a good thing. Now the question is, what shape is the soil actually in after that harvest or grow cycle? If the mix is still light and loose, drains well, and doesn't have any obvious disease issues, like root rot, fungus gnats that got out of hand, or mold throughout the mix, you're in good shape to rebuild it. If the mix has compacted into something that looks more like wet clay, or it smells sour or off, that's a signal something went wrong biologically. You can still sometimes recover it, but it takes more work. What does rebuilding actually look like? Think about what the plants pulled out of that soil during the last cycle. They used up nutrients, they changed the pH over time, and depending on how hard you push them, the microbial life may have taken a hit. So you're working to restore three things: structure, nutrition, and biology. For structure, if your mix has compacted, work in some fresh perlite or pumice. Even some fresh compost or aged worm castings opens things up. For nutrition, a quality compost is your foundation. Worm castings are hard to beat for recharging a mix. You can also top dress with a balanced dry amendment and let it sit for a couple weeks before you plant again. That rest period matters. Letting the biology process those amendments before a root system moves in is a step a lot of growers skip. Speaking of biology, that's the piece that ties everything together. The microbial life in your soil is what makes nutrients available to roots. If that community is depleted or disrupted, your plants feel it even if your amendment levels look fine. This is where something like Badass Microbes genuinely earns its place. Reintroducing a diverse microbial population into recycled soil helps the whole system get back to work. It's not magic, it works with the organic matter you've added, but it makes a real difference in how fast that rebuilt soil comes alive. Now, when should you not reuse soil? If you had a serious disease problem, Pythium, Fusarium, heavy pest pressure that was never fully resolved, don't bring that into your next grow. It's not worth it. Same goes for soil that's been used so many cycles, it's basically inert dust. At some point, you're fighting the soil more than growing with it. Old soil that can't be rebuilt still has a life after the garden. Use it as a base layer in raised beds, mix it into a compost pile, or amend outdoor areas. Don't just throw it out. Rebuilding soil is one of those practices that pays you back every cycle if you do it right. Give it time, restore what was taken, and let the biology do its job.